Bitcoin update. Since my last video, we have dropped a bit, and now we have climbed up a bit as well. I think we're about here. My last video was a few days ago, and we have dropped. My target is around about this price over here. Now, for those of you that follow my style, I use support and resistance trend lines. And that is literally just connecting the local bottoms and seeing if it holds. Right now, this is the local bottom, and I'm hoping that holds. If it does, then yeah, hopefully it breaks out to high levels again. But if this does fail, then yeah, we probably will see this level here. Now I'm a bit conflicted because when you look at my strategy, there was a sell signal a few days ago. And so yeah, that's the 20-day and 50-day crossing over. And normally, not all the time, normally when that happens, like over here and even, in previous bull runs, the price does drop. Now, I'm kind of hoping something like this happens, where it's just a temporary ranging. Now, September is normally not a great month for Bitcoin, traditionally speaking. So I'm hoping what happened here and over here is happening now. I really don't want this to really capitulate. And in one of my previous videos, I said that what I'm really hoping for is Bitcoin to kind of range like it did in 2021 like this. And during this period, that's when alts really took off. So that's what I'm hoping for. Now, the Bitcoin chart is bearish, in my opinion. But let's look at the other charts. Let's look at Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is short-term bearish as well, because we've just broken this trend line, which means that it probably is going to fall a little bit further. But when we apply my strategy, this strategy, by the way, works really well in Bitcoin, not on alts too much. And so if Bitcoin drops, everything else drops, no matter how bullish the charts look. But you never know. I mean, I'm really looking for alt season to kick off. Let's look at some other charts. Let's look at the total market cap. And this is still bullish. And this is the total crypto market cap, including Bitcoin and everything. Now, this is still in a bullish stance. If we look at total 2, and this is everything excluding Bitcoin, this is in a bullish stance as well. And so we've got to break out of this upper trend line here. I've drawn this local support line over here. And yeah, I want to hope this holds. And in total 3, and this is just alts apart from ETH and Bitcoin. Again, this is in a bullish stance as well. And so everything's looking good apart from Bitcoin. And the problem is if Bitcoin falls, it brings everything else down with it. Now, what makes it even more complicated is when you look at stocks. Like, let's find the S&P500. Where is it? Like, it's very bullish, but I'm also mindful we've had a huge move up since these lows over here. So what percentage is that? And it's a good 30% increase. So maybe we are due for more of a pullback, and it could be to this line. And that would be good. So I would love to see something like this where we have a little throwback to this trend line and then it takes off. And the same with Ethereum. And if you zoom out, you can, let me hide this, make it a bit cleaner. You could draw some kind of trend line here. Even connecting all these tops over here. So it would be very bullish, short-term bearish, but if we had some kind of throwback to this trend line and then it takes off, that would be great. It just means we need a bit more patience. September, let's be honest, let's look at historical evidence, or data rather. It's not the most bullish month, and that's okay. And if we look at alts, the good thing is alts have kind of like held their own to some degree. Normally in the past, what's been really frustrating in this run is that Bitcoin would jump up 10-20%, alts will maybe jump up 5-10%, and Bitcoin will drop a few percent, and alts will drop 20-30%. And that hasn't happened this time around. So I am bullish, but unfortunately short-term bearish. Now what I'm going to look for Bitcoin in the short term, you can see some kind of resistance line here. And you could say that it's kind of like poked his head above it. Let's go down into the 4 hour. So yeah, I mean, we could bounce from here and also go up. I'd love for that to happen. Again, I am bullish, but I'm just short-term bearish at the moment. So if this trend line doesn't hold, then yeah, we are probably going to look to see 105, 106, which isn't the end of the world. Let's see what happens.